All right. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Owl Show on BKS1 Radio. I'm so used to music leading us in, but unfortunately, we don't have that right now. But you know what? We got a lot of talking to do because it is election night, everybody, and we have a bunch of things that we have to talk to. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this show started. Not only is it election night, but we will also be announcing the winners from the Queen City Film Festival that occurred a couple of weeks ago. So we have a lot that we're going to be discussing with you people. But before I get to
Please
that,
don't say you people tonight.
people,
You
I
said
say you people.
Yeah, you did.
I say you people.
You said
Like you people.
you said that.
Like you people.
I just don't
Like a
want anything to
racist
get
you
lost.
people?
No, it wasn't racist. I just don't want you to, everything to get lost in translation. Because the night is the night.
Listen, it's a lot that can
Tonight
go
is
on.
the night.
It is a lot that can go on this evening, unfortunately. But before I do get into that, before I get into the politics and before I get into announcing
Yes.
the winners, first and foremost, I want to know how you're doing. We were not in studio at all last week. I was coming back from vacation. You had a lot of things going on in your personal life as well, but we made sure that we were here tonight because tonight is a bit of a doozy. So we just want to make sure we're in here. I just want to let you guys know that we are watching the numbers, even though we are not going to have the count or the winners of the election this evening. We are watching that as the show is going on, and we are going to get into
Yes.
our topics surrounding that because we definitely have a few different angles that we want to discuss this evening, and that will be after we read the winners from the Queen City Film Festival. So that is going to happen. But in the meantime, Queen Bee, how are you?
Can't complain.
All right.
Beautiful on this night. I exercised my right to vote.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Super excited. Not too long ago, I
Okay.
thought that I came down kind of early because I thought that it was going to be standing room only, and it
Yeah.
was not.
Oh, good.
Which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it was good for me
I'm
because.
hoping it's a good thing.
But when the lady couldn't find my name, I started getting nervous. My
Yeah.
heart started beating fast
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then finally, I looked. I saw her in the book, and she was going down. And I pointed to my own name because I saw my signature. I said, "I
You
know my
said,
signature.
My name is on the
My
roll.
name is on the roll."
On the
I
roll.
said, "Put me in. I'm in the number. You
in
know what I
the-
mean?
You in the book.
I'm in the book.
You in the
All
book.
right.
All right then.
So
Okay, then.
so I did that, and I voted. I voted, and I voted with a lot of people in mind. And honestly, I after I voted and I walked to my car because it was a ways walk. I voted. I double checked my ballot to make sure everything was accurate and okay. I sealed it with the utmost just
Sealation.
sealation.
Silation.
I sealed it. I handed it to the woman. I told her to have a good night, and I
Yeah.
walked to my car and got really teary eyed.
You know, I was teary eyed.
I got really teary eyed
Yeah.
today. This election hits different.
Yes, it does.
And not, I mean, I'm just going to tell my age. I am 41 years old.
Oh, you are?
Yes, you are too.
No.
41 years old. And I will tell you that there has never been an election where I've been so emotional, but this one. For various reasons, and I'm sure everybody can share in the sentiment, but it's, for various reasons.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
It's different.
I'm upset with the people that said they're not voting. I'm gonna be honest.
We're going to talk about that. That is one of our
I'm very
topics.
upset about that.
We're going to get there. Go ahead.
So I'm very upset with the people that didn't vote. I'm
Yeah.
upset with the people that just didn't find it. Their ancestors voted. People walked miles and miles.
No, they died.
Or died,
They died
not
trying to
voting,
vote.
trying
Yeah.
to vote.
Yeah.
It's just so many things, and I'm just like, I thank God for having the ability and just the right,
Right.
and the right to vote. So I vote with all of my ancestors walking behind me, and I just did that, and I'm voting for it all.
Yeah.
So I think that we all should do that as well. We still got time. It's 7:17. We want to seal it up.
Yeah.
And but other than that, no complaints, no real. I finished the semester this year.
All right. Now.
What we doing while in the pandemic? I guess we can talk about that too later.
Yeah.
But there's various things that from the show we had not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out I'm standing still, and just realized like I'm in school, like,
Yes, you are.
and got that 4.0.
All right. Oh.
I got that 4.0 this
Okay,
semester.
now. Okay.
I had a great grade point average last year. I only got like a B or 2, and I was disappointed in that.
Only a B.
Shut up. I was disappointed in that, but this year I solidified this semester I solidified all A's. So prayerfully, I'll keep doing that. So I'm excited.
That's awesome.
I get a week off and then back to the lab again.
Listen, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I'm hanging in there. You know what I mean? Just as busy as ever, and I'm proud that it's not just busy; it is productive. Because a lot of times we can toil and spin our wheels and not produce anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, that has not been the case for me currently. So I am very proud of that. In the meantime, though, hold on, because I'm doing so many things at once here. In the meantime, though, I've been okay, since I got a chance to go on a safe vacation, get away, and then come back, hit the ground running, which is what I'm doing right now. Literally have hit the ground running on a myriad of different things that, will come out sooner than later. But yeah, that's all for me. So I'm good otherwise. At the end of the day, everybody who asks me what's going on with me, and I tell them that I am maintaining, they all say, I say to them, maintaining is a blessing at this point. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? The fact that everybody in my household is still in my household is a blessing, and that is health-wise, job-wise, relationship-wise, safety-wise.
Stability is a blessing.
All of that is a blessing. So
that word.
Yeah, the fact that we are maintaining is a complete blessing. So it is literally everything to my family right now. So I am very happy about that. In the meantime, though, like I said, tonight we are going to discuss, we're going to get back over to the election because I have so many different thoughts. I, too, was extremely emotional. I wasn't emotional in the first part of the day. I actually did the mail-in ballot a couple of weeks ago, and then, went online to check to make sure that my ballot was accounted for. But I wasn't emotional the first part of the day, even though the conversation from work and outside of work and the social media has been about the election the entire day. It did not hit me until, and you may find this funny, but it did not hit me until driving over here to the studio.
Really?
And I was driving to the studio and Fight the Power came on. And not the old Chuck D version that came on, the new one that was played in the BET Awards this year. So
I don't remember that, but okay.
You don't remember one? So there was a 2020 version, and so he doesn't start off saying 1989. He starts off saying 2020.
Oh, wow.
So there's the new version.
I got to listen to that.
Yes,
okay.
that was played in the BET Awards, and it has Nas and a bunch of different people on it. And the lyrics made me emotional. The lyrics, as they talked about Breonna Taylor, as they talked about George Floyd, as they talked about if it didn't mean anything, how does Fred Hampton mean anything to you? And you watch Black Panther, but Fred Hampton doesn't mean anything to you. And just listening to the lyrics on the way over here, number one, I don't play music loud because I'm really old school and I'm to that point in life where loud noises aggravate me, right? So, but I literally I blasted it all the way over here to the studio. And while I was blasting it, and while I'm driving through my town, and while I'm on the way to the studio, and I'm thinking about everything we have to discuss, and I'm nervous about this election, while all of that is going on, I started to get emotional. It was just so many emotions at once. And I had begun getting emotional because just the fact that it is 2020 and we are still having the same conversations that we heard from our parents and our grandparents. The same protests are happening. The same trying to fight the man in office is still happening. The fact that this election alone, the reason why we talk about why this is one of the most important elections is because of the fact of who's in office.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so I just started to get emotional because all the lives lost due to COVID that didn't have to be. All of the police brutality and everything that is still going on, all of the racism that has been heightened to this day. This was the first election in our lifetime where you actually had to tell people to be safe going to the polls.
Yes.
Like, these are stories we heard from our parents and our grandparents. But now in our lifetime, people that went to the polls today, you actually had to tell them to be safe.
You didn't know
to go
what they
and
would,
vote.
even the ones that got up at 4 in the morning, 6
You didn't
in
know
the
what they were
morning.
going to encounter.
You didn't know what they were going to encounter.
You know what
Absolutely.
this is the first time in our lifetime that we have had to say that
Absolutely.
we've had to have that discussion, and all of that just kind of flooded in as I was on the way here. And then while Fight the Power is blasting in my ears, I literally started to get emotional. You know, I ain't even that daggone sensitive. But I literally started to get emotional, and I literally began to tear up. And then I started thinking about, like you mentioned, the topic we're going to discuss, all of the people in our community that didn't vote. All of the people from our community that just felt it wasn't necessary because it's a lesser of two evils. And, you know, and then we're going to get into that, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on too. But yeah, I definitely need a mental health day the rest of the week.
You.
So not just Wednesday. I'm talking about like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we can start this over again on Monday. Because it's a lot. But again, before we get into that, and like I said, over here on my right, I have CNN up. I'm watching everything that's going on.
Me too.
And in all of the states, everything is sitting right here. So we are definitely watching along as it's happening. But before we get to that, on a lighter note, and on a happier note, we are going to begin tonight discussing the winners from Queen City Film Festival. So for everyone who doesn't know, Queen City Film Festival happened this year, October 23rd through the 25th, and they had a drive-in movie theater at Plainfield High School on October 25th on that Sunday night. That was the last Sunday night at 6 p.m. So you were able to watch virtually, and you were able to go and watch a few films in person. Everything was free. All you needed to do was register, and you were able to get out the house and have a good time, or either sit in your home and have a good time and watch all of these amazing films virtually. We started off the festival by announcing the finalists 2 weeks ago on our show.
Yes, I saw that.
We actually showed a lot of clips and a lot of trailers from the film festival. Yeah, that were absolutely great, and we had a great discussion on what the films were going to be about and what we thought the endings were going to be. In the meantime, now we know who won, so I want to go ahead and I want to get into that. Again, this is the third year for the Queen City Film Festival, everybody. And of course, it was virtual, except for the drive-in on Sunday night. But just for it to be the third year and for it to be virtual, I want everybody to know we had over 10,000 views, everybody. That
exciting.
That is very
exciting.
So over 10,000 views in total, everybody, for the Queen City Film Festival. So again, congratulations to all of the filmmakers, subscribers, friends, and stakeholders that were a part of this. These are some great times. 2020 has stopped a lot of things, but it has not stopped our creativity. And so for those creatives who are still making and have new ideas, please continue to do so. Please continue to work in your craft and improve your craft at this time. Right now, what I'll do is I will list here we go. I just want to make sure I am pulling it up. So right now, what I am going to do, so some of the nominations from everybody was, let's see here. We have Best Short, which was in the Best Shorts category. It was Morning Meal, Fatherless, Sound, Puppy Love, and Khadijah. All right, everybody?
Now you know my all-time favorite. But
Okay, I know. What is that? Oh, we got some celebrations going on in the studio tonight.
libation.
Shout out to Jason from Beards and Ballheads, who is here right now. We are in the process of celebrating everything that we can. You know what? This year's a year of celebrations.
Yes, it is.
Because we have no choice but to.
Big and small.
Big and small. But let's see. So, Best Short, everybody. The nominations are Morning Meal, Fatherless, Sound, Puppy Love, and Khadijah. Does everybody have that?
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody have that?
Drum roll.
Are we doing the drum roll here? You ready? You ready?
Ready.
Okay, hold on. Because I want to get to the right thing here. I want to make sure I'm reading the right one.
Please, Steve Harvey, read right.
Listen, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I'm pulling up the right one. Y'all bear with me.
Pull it up.
I'm working on two screens
Pull
right
it up.
now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where is it? Hold on.
Yeah, Jason.
Are you still drum rolling? Drum roll. Drum roll. Keep rolling the drum. Oh, keep rolling the drum while I find it. All right. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and announce it, everybody.
Go ahead.
All right. You ready? The Best Short Sound.
Sound,
everybody.
Yes.
Sound is the Best Short. Honorable mention goes to Morning Meal.
Morning Meal. Okay.
Did everybody get that? The Best Short Film winner of 2020 from the Queen City Film Festival is Sound, everybody.
Sound. Okay.
Sound is the best short of 2020. Congratulations to the filmmakers, to the actors, to the cinematography, to everybody that had
Absolutely
played a role in making the film Sound. Best short is Sound, everybody. Congratulations to all of those that had a part in making that film. All right, we're going to move on. You ready?
Ready.
All right, come on. Wait a minute. Y'all know I'm working here. Okay. The next category is Best Documentary. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the documentary category, we have The House She Left, and we also have Breaking the Silence. You ready? The House She Left and Breaking the Silence. Everybody ready? I don't even hear a drum roll, so I'm waiting on the drum roll. Do I have a drum roll?
Drum roll.
I'm like, do I have a drum roll, please? Okay.
Sorry, paying attention to the show.
Okay. So, all right. The winner is The House She Left Behind, everyone. The House She Left Behind is the best documentary with honorable mention to Breaking the Silence. We clap that up.
Breaking the Silence.
All right. Breaking the Silence is the best documentary for 2020, everybody, at Queen City Film Festival. Woo! All right. So congratulations to all of the filmmakers, all of the actors and actresses, everybody that was on set, cinematography,
Yes.
the PAs, everybody who had a part in that, making the documentary, The House She Left Behind.
Shout out to the people that just show up and just be little, because you know how it is. They be little things that just walk by. What is those?
Those are PAs.
No, the people that just walk by.
Extras.
Extras. Shout out. Why nobody do that? Shout out to the extras.
Okay.
Why nobody shout out that?
Okay. No, shout them out.
I want to be sitting in the church,
Right.
sitting in the,
Yes.
sitting there,
Yes.
walking past while they
Right.
eat dinner.
Right. Just
Extra.
right. Just right. On
They shouldn't
camera.
even be called extras.
What should they be called?
I don't know. They in it.
So they're not
Thank
necessarily
you so much,
extras
Jason. Look,
'cause
shout
they're
out
in
to
it?
Jason. I don't think I seen you this year.
Thank you.
I don't think I seen you at all this year.
Shout out.
We've been in the pandemic, Jason.
All right. Okay, we're gonna move on, everybody. We're gonna move on. All right. So the next category, everybody, is best horror film. All right.
Best horror film.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
We are reading it. Hold up. Y'all know I'm working 2 computers at once. Okay.
All right.
Nominations for best horror film are
Mm-hmm.
House of Paradox, Morning Meal, Her and Then Some, Sound, and Mania.
Mania. Okay.
Okay? Did you get those?
We ready?
House of Paradox, Morning Meal, Her and Then Some, Sound, and Mania. Oh, I love your drum roll. Okay, so this is best horror film. Those are the nominations.
Okay.
Okay. 1 second. Let me find it here, everybody. Okay, I need another drum roll. Wait, I need another drum roll.
Best horror
Yep, best horror.
goes
Let
to
me find it. You know, these eyes of mine, everybody, are just.
the people waiting.
I know. Hold
The
on.
people are waiting.
I know. Let me find it. The
Sip
winner
to that.
of the best horror film, everybody, is Sound.
Sound.
Again,
Sound again.
directed by Tawan Bazemore. Please, if I am saying that wrong,
All
please
right.
correct me.
Tawan.
All right, Tawan Bazemore, I believe it is. That is best horror film is Sound, everybody. Yay! Are we happy for this? I feel like we're happy for this.
I wish we had
I feel like we're happy for this.
I don't have anything
I'm trying to.
fling together, but
I'm trying to make sure I get everything on
Sound.
screen, and this is a bit much. Okay, the next one, everybody, best digital series. Okay, hold on. Best digital series. The nominations are for best digital series: Bubbly Brown Sugar,
Bubbling brown
The
sugar.
Opportunist,
The Opportunist.
The Park,
The Park.
and Therapy.
Therapy.
Okay, so Bubbly Brown Sugar, The Opportunist, The Park, and Therapy, everybody. All right, this is for best digital series. All right, I need a drum roll.
This is waiting for you to read.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. All right, here we go.
Here we
And
go.
the winner is Bubbly Brown Sugar, everybody.
Bubbling brown sugar.
Bubbly Brown Sugar
See
is
what I
the winner of
beat.
the
Y'all remember
best
that?
digital series,
Bubbling brown
directed
sugar.
by
There
LaVaro
you go.
Jones and Tamala Baldwin. Honorable mention goes to The Park.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So Queen City Film Festival Best Digital Series of 2020 is Bubbly Brown Sugar.
Congrats, Bubbly.
Congratulations to the team who had a part in making that. All right, we ready for the next category? You ready for the next category, B?
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I
I was typing in the
You were
chat.
stuck on the song. I get it.
Remember this? Do you remember the song?
I do remember.
Remember
the
what you
song.
remember it from?
I remember the 3 of them singing on the episode.
They
I
was like
there.
4 kids,
I was there.
and they was singing, and it was Roging them, and he
Right.
kept taking them around, and they was bubbling brown sugar.
Mhm.
See you. You know what? I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
All right, you do that.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
You do that. You do that. Next category is best music video. Everybody, best music video. So The nominations are Kandaka,
Okay.
Letter to 45.
Wow.
Ooh, wish I saw that one.
Deep.
And Rejected. Again, that is Kandaka, Letter to 45, and Rejected. This category is Best Music Video, and those are the nominations. Hold on. Let's see here. Drum roll.
I was waiting.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And the winner is one. The winner is Kandaka. Am I pronouncing that correct? I hope that I am. The winner is Kandaka, directed by Rugda Baldo, and cinematography is by Kalani Afrolumbian. All
Wow.
right. So
okay.
best music video is Kandaka, directed by Rugda Baldo, and cinematography is by Kalani Afrolumbian. Again, this is best music video winner of 2020 from the Queen City Film Festival.
Queen
everybody.
City.
All right. We're going to keep going. We have a few more to announce before we start getting into the selection here. We have 5 more categories, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
What's the next one?
The next category is Best Director.
Oh.
Director. Did you hear how I said it?
Yes. Director.
Best Director. Director. You ready? Okay. And the nominations are Jamal Hodge for Morning Meal.
Mm-hmm.
Tawan Bazemore for Sound. LaRon Lee for Catch a Girl.
Okay.
Princess Bay for Khadijah. Darren Hurd for Puppy Love. And Maurice Paramore for Regrets. You ready? This is the best director is the category. Let's all right, drum roll. And the winner for Best Director is Tawan Bazemore for Sound.
Congrats to Tawan.
Congrats to Tawan, with honorable mentions to Princess Bay from Khadijah and Darren Hurd for Puppy Love, everybody. Tawan Bazemore, Best Director, Queen City Film Festival 2020 winner for Best Director for the film Sound, everybody. Congrats to him and to his team. All right. Let's go.
Hey, Jamal.
We're going to keep this train going. The next category, all right. I think I got a system here. You know, I didn't have it before, but I got a system.
You found your
going
groove?
here. Yeah, I found my groove, everybody. All right.
Find that cup.
Oh,
It'll give you a groove.
Oh, I'm going to start that when I start talking politics.
Find that cup.
I'm going to need a sip when I start the politics. Best Actress, everybody. Best Actress category, we have Reese Antoinette for Khadijah.
I love her, yes.
Ruya Coleman for Morning Meal. Janesse Tate for Puppy Love.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Blue Wright for Catch a Girl.
Okay.
Again, this is the Best Actress category. You guys ready? Drum roll. And the winner is Ruya Coleman for Morning Meal. Yes. With honorable mention going to Reese Antoinette. And
she was great too.
Yes, and Crystal. Yes, and Khadijah, she was.
She was great.
And Crystal Porter Bazemore for Sound. Best Actress 2020 Queen City Film Festival is Ruya Coleman for Morning Meal, everybody. So congrats to her. I actually had the pleasure of working with her on a project. So wonderful personality, great person, really strong actress, and very serious about her craft.
Why is my spell check? Sorry, Ruya. My spell check is really checking me right now. It's typing Toya. excitement. But Ruya, congrats. I am trying to say your name. Oh, there she goes. Thank you so
Yes.
much, ladies. Okay.
Amazing.
Ruya, I am literally trying to type your name, and it's literally not letting me. It's putting everything else. But I respect the queen
Yes.
that has a name that speaks for itself. So Ruya Coleman.
Yes,
Congrats to you.
Congrats to her. Very serious actress and absolutely wonderful, wonderful human being. Next up, category Best Actor. Everyone, you ready? Best Actor. Let's see here. All right, and the nominations are
Mm-hmm.
Akeem Black for Khadijah,
Okay.
Steven Strickland for The Calling,
Mm-hmm.
Chad Eric Smith for Fatherless, and Lionel Macaulay for Lost. You ready? This is the Best Actor category.
Best actor.
Okay, let's see.
Let's do it. Yes. I'm happy about this one.
And the winner is
Akeem Black from Khadijah.
All right.
Yes.
With honorable mention going to Chad Eric Smith for Fatherless, and Lionel Macaulay for Lost. Again, congratulations to Akeem Black for the film Khadijah, Best Actor Award, Queen City Film Festival 2020. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, we are running through these here. All right, we have two more left,
All
everybody.
right.
We have two more left. You ready? Best cinematography.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Best cinematography. We have nominations are
Mm-hmm.
Devin Smith and Al Rivera for Khadijah,
Okay.
Kosh Kiyokawa for Morning Meal,
Okay.
Eric Richardson for Catch a Girl, and Tawan Bazemore for Sound. Best cinematography. You guys ready?
Ready.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yes. This movie was great.
And the winner is
Kosh-
Kosh Kiyokawa for Morning Meal.
Yes.
It's Kashi. Am I pronouncing it wrong? So Jamal Hodge is in our comments saying, is it Kashi or Koshi?
Kashi.
Koshi Kiyokawa for Morning Meal, everybody. That's Koshi Kiyokawa, Best Cinematographer for the 2020 Queen City Film Festival. Blah, blah, blah. I'm getting tongue-tied here. 2020 Queen City Film Festival Best Cinematography winner is Koshi Kiyokawa for Morning Meal.
Morning
with
Meal.
honorable mention to Eric Richardson for Catch a Girl.
I just want to say, because Lamar, we have in the chats, and Lionel Macaulay, whom beautiful soul, was taken life too short. Talented soul.
Yeah.
We just want to say rest in peace to him,
Yes.
because he was in one of the movies,
Yes.
and life just cut short.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just want to say rest in peace, and guys, just
Yeah.
talent is by far irreplaceable.
Yes.
Please know that.
Yeah. I can agree. Our last category of
Yes.
the evening, everybody. So this is the Queen City Film Festival 2020 third annual virtual award for the best screenplay.
Wow.
This is the last award.
Last award,
for
guys.
the evening, and the nominations are Bullets Have Eyes from Ron Clemens, The Assault by Okima T. Moore, and Affliction by Laura Fielder.
Okay.
Okay? This is the best screenplay, everybody. Drum roll. Hold on.
There you go. I see it. I see it. I be stopping when I see it.
All right.
There you go.
The winner is Laura Fielder.
Affliction.
Affliction.
Yes.
Affliction is the 2020 Best Screenplay winner for the Queen City Film Festival, everybody. That's the 2020 Best Screenplay winner for Affliction. All right. Listen, we all right. We have read all of the winners for the evening. Shout out to everyone who was nominated. Shout out to everyone who participated, and shout out to all of the winners. Shout out to everyone who's on set, because we know making a film is never an easy thing
Absolutely.
to do. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication. Everyone needs to be involved, from the PAs to the directors,
Yes.
to the cinematographers, and as you said, to the extras.
Listen, they make them. I've been an extra.
Yes, yes.
I've been an extra.
yes.
They make the movies too.
I think all of us here
Absolutely.
in studio
Like
have-
we have been. I just, you want me to walk again?
You know what we need?
Look, an extra party.
Right,
look,
right.
What? Let me walk again. You want me to? How slower or faster?
Right.
Like, come on, y'all.
You know what I feel like?
matter.
And I'm going
We
to
matter.
shout out Lamar Maxon, and I'm going to tell him we need another category
Yeah,
next year.
yeah.
It needs to be Best Extra
Yeah.
category.
Like, you see me. Like,
right, clearly.
clearly.
Right?
Like, I'm there.
Right.
All right.
So it needs to be Best Extra.
You see me?
Best Extra in a music
In there?
video.
Even if it's, look. Even if it's, look, Lamar, we need one. Even if it's just,
Right there with it. Right? Okay.
you see me.
You see clearly.
If I gotta act like I'm talking to myself,
I'm sitting here.
extra.
I need to act like
Okay.
I'm drinking, even if it's nothing in my cup.
Come on now.
So listen,
Come on
we
now.
need a category for Best Extras in a music video.
And a music video.
Right.
Listen,
Um,
I'm in there.
we just, you know, we'll talk about it behind the scenes, and we'll make sure to add that award in.
No, I'm really proud of
But
Nonstop.
yes, congratulations to all of the filmmakers.
yeah.
Congratulations to the Queen City Film Fest team.
Yes.
Congratulations to all of the winners.
Yes.
And congratulations to all of the nominees. And congratulations to everyone who submitted a film to be a part
Who
of.
didn't find it robbery to actually that literally, because again, with these trying times, no one was sure that Film Fest were going to go on.
Right.
And for them to even take the time to submit,
Yes, yes.
come on, we got to big
Yes.
them up.
Yes,
you know?
yes. So shout out to everyone who submitted a film this year, and shout out to all of the creatives who are still making films.
Making films.
Those who have a screenplay that's sitting up under their bed right now that they pull out and work on in the middle of the night. Those who find time, that have all of these creative ideas that they need to get out and do something with, or just started to think about that during
Right.
a pandemic,
I'm just hoping that in this space that we're in, the pandemic, that creatives are using their time,
Right.
And talent.
Yeah.
I'm
talent.
just hoping that we are literally doing that, and we're finding the time to do that. I think I can't wait till next year, because I know it's going to be some bomb. Yeah, it's going to be some bomb things, because we got nothing but time to perfect our craft
and content.
and content.
And content.
And there's a lot of content.
There's a lot of
yes,
a
yes,
lot
yes.
of content. I mean, you just have, if you didn't have content before, which we know we did,
Right.
You have so many stories that could come from just
Absolutely.
these last
Absolutely.
8 months
Yep.
alone.
Yep. And I've seen
I
them.
think I'm gonna write something.
Listen, I already, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I just need somebody to film it. That's
Right.
it.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna write something about just the human state of mind
Yeah.
during this time
Yeah.
period. Actually, I know Jamal Hodge was watching along while we were reading the awards. Listen, I have some horror type stories going on in my head right now.
That's your forte.
With this pandemic and everything. So you know what? I'll just shoot those ideas on over to you. We'll get it popping. In the meantime, though, again, thank you guys so much. Thank you to
No,
the
it's
filmmakers.
always a pleasure. I know I wasn't, as active this year, but it's always a pleasure
Right.
to just literally see what talent comes to or comes from Queen City. It's a blessing
yeah,
to
that too.
see all of that. So we just honor every one of you that submitted, every one of you
Yeah.
that took the time to watch. We thank our viewers, the 10,000 viewers that viewed.
Right. Yeah.
And viewed maybe one of the films more than
Right.
once.
Yeah.
You know, we thank you for that. On a weekend when you can be doing 1,000 things, you found time to view the film. So
Yes, you did.
we thank
So
you for
shout
that.
out-
Yeah.
Shout out to you for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lamar Maxon, the
Yes,
founder
the
of the
man
Queen City Film
with a
Festival.
plan.
Yes. So shout out to him. Shout out to the Queen City Film Festival team. Shout out to the Nonstop group. Shout out to Allison, Patrick,
Yes.
Kenny, Kalani, Isaiah, and anybody else that I left off. Charge it to my head and not my heart.
Right.
It's just because I'm pressed for time and I'm reading right now. But shout out to everybody from the Nonstop team, from the Queen City Film Festival team, and hopefully next year we'll all be together again and we'll be able to do this in person. Hopefully by next October we will be out of this, and if not, and if it's another virtual, we already know that this year the 3rd annual virtually was a success. So even if we have to do it again virtual for year number 4, hopefully next year we'll have 20,000 views. So again, shout out to the team. It was absolutely amazing, and I look forward to next year. All right, you ready for this one? You
Yes.
ready for the next stuff?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip. I don't know about you.
Take a
'cause
sip.
We about to get into politics, y'all. I don't
Yeah.
know. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Listen.
Out of
So
vote.
as we sit here, whoo, just hold my head in my hand with this one. All right, wait a minute now, y'all. I'm sitting here watching the polls over here to my right. It's stressful, everybody. It is completely stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Election day.
Yes.
We already discussed all of the emotion in today. Again, I listened to the 2020 version of Fight the Power over here, and I got a little teary-eyed.
Yes.
In watching it. You were saying you went to vote a little earlier, and how you were a bit teary-eyed as well.
I was.
Watching it.
I was.
And
It's all the things I've been
ahead.
watching and
Yeah,
seeing.
go ahead. Go ahead.
It's all the things I've been watching and seeing. It's one that, was the story about Otis, who was able to vote. He put on his suit. Did you?
Yes,
he
I
put on
did,
his
yes.
suit. He walked how many miles?
18.
18. Altogether was 18.
Yeah.
But originally he walked about 9 miles for the beginning. And he walked back to the spot that they said that he could go to vote. And then he went to the spot and they said the polls were closed. And he actually went home and wasn't allowed to vote. And when voting came again, because again, we know that it comes in 4 years, Otis had passed away. And today, in honor of, I think Oprah Winfrey told this story.
Yes, she did.
In honor of Oprah telling the story, in honor when I thought about voting today, and the lady said to me she couldn't find my name. And then that she passed me over to another lady, and she was looking, and she looked like she was having a hard time to find my name. And I recognized my name in the good book.
All right, because you were on the roll.
I don't know about any other book I'm gonna be in, but I knew I was
You
in
was
that
in that
book.
one. Okay.
Okay.
You was in that one for today.
And out for today.
For today.
For
Okay.
today.
All right.
And and I said not today. I already
Right.
put that post up. I said
did. I saw
any
it.
day,
Yeah.
but not today.
Yeah. We
And
not gonna do that.
I went and she couldn't even put her finger fast enough where I said, that's my signature right
I'm
there.
right there, sis.
I'm right there, sis.
I'm right there,
All you got to do is hand me my stuff.
right there.
So I was in that good book and I looked and I filled out everything.
Yes.
And when I filled out everything, I sealed it with the sealmentation,
The sealment.
the
of life.
sealment
Okay.
of life.
Uh-huh.
And I sealed it and I handed it in. And when I was good. I wasn't going to let the people see me weak,
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But I literally, because it was, a ways walk, I said, let me just walk a little bit. I don't
Yeah,
walk
okay.
a lot.
Yeah.
Let me walk to my car.
Okay.
And
Alright.
when I walked to my car, I just sat inside my car and literally shed a tear because I was like, I never felt this heavy about any political race that I've ever, like, I've been able to vote since I was 18 and I've exercised that vote. I have never ever not.
That right.
What did I say?
That vote.
Well, I did. I exercised the vote,
Yeah,
but the
your
right
to vote, too.
to vote. You know what I mean? But I exercised it, and but today was different. Was it different for you?
Today again, and we said it in the beginning of the show during the intro. Today was the first time in our lifetime that when people physically went to the polls, you had to tell them to be safe. Yeah. Now, in my parents' lifetime, of course, that was the norm. In our lifetime, this was the first time you had to tell someone to be safe going to the polls for those that went in person today. And that alone spoke volumes to me. I personally did the mail-in ballot a couple of weeks ago. Okay. My entire family did. And we tracked, our ballots online, making sure that everything was counted. And, we're all in. That's fine.
Yeah, I took a picture of mine today.
Yeah. But for those that went in person today, just having to say be safe spoke volumes. Yeah. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but you have so many people in our community that did not vote. And I am not here to bash anyone who did not vote. But what I will say is I have listened to a lot of the standpoints of those who did not vote. And what I will say is this. We're not discussing politics here. Under any other election, the sad part is you're dealing with politicians, right? You will never have a politician that is going to meet all of your needs. Your best friend could be running and be a politician, and your best friend is not going to meet all of your needs. Your sibling, your own parents could be running and will never meet all of your needs for candidacy, ever. That is never going to happen. It is politics. So that will never happen, ever. It's impossible, right? However, in prior elections, we were at least debating between two politicians.
That's the part.
Most of the time, these are politicians that grew up, either grew up in the White House already, know a little something about politics already, have some kind of legal degree, or have done something in the political arena. This is the first president up for re-election that got in without any of those things. I get how he got in. Number one, there was a lot of racist backlash from Obama being in for 8 years. Number two, you had a number of people that did not like Hillary and did not want a woman in the office, no matter if you just didn't like her or no matter if you just didn't want a woman. And as we were discussing before the show, there's a number of people that just said, well, let's see what he can do. Let's give him a chance because we're tired of politicians running the country and running it into the ground or doing it for their own agenda. So I get it. I get how 4 years ago, even though I didn't vote for him 4 years ago, I get how 4 years ago he got in here. 4 years later, over 230,000 people dead. Racists are more empowered today almost than they ever were since, I'm going to say, slavery and segregation.
And they're empowered because
racial tension is at an all-time high. Today's vote wasn't necessarily for a politician. Today's vote was to get a man out of office because we've already seen what he can do.
Absolutely.
Is it
Absolutely.
the lesser of two evils? It absolutely is the lesser of two evils because I've heard a lot of African Americans say, I'm not going to vote for the lesser of two evils, and I completely understand that. However, voting today was not about politics. Voting today was to get this man out of office who I believe should face charges for murder, inciting dissension and riots, and empowering racist groups to act and perform.
What did he say? Stand back, stand down?
Stand back and stand by.
Mm-hmm.
Today's election and today's vote, everybody, had nothing to do with politics. For me personally, it had nothing to do with politics. It had everything to do with the fact that United States of America is at a point where we don't even have a politician in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have a good Samaritan, good-hearted man in the White House.
Yep.
I mean, I'll stop there. You go ahead. I'm gonna take a sip.
I think you did a summation.
I'm gonna take a sip.
I think you did a great summation. It was for me, you know, regardless of what you stand for, there are a lot of things I know we differ about. We differ about money.
Yeah.
We differ about taxes. We differ about certain policies. You know, we differ about a whole bunch of things. But I can tell you that racism should never be accepted on any level. Sexism should not be accepted on any level. And I think today, like you said, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I will tell you that it kind of sucks if anybody decided to vote for someone who is a bigot, who's bankrupt, he can't even run his own business, let alone our business in America. It's just, you know, over the 4 years, what we've seen was racism and the justification of it.
Complete justification of it.
And that's the problem I have. And I grew up just as well as you did. We grew up with all types of culture as friends when we grew up. Yeah. I grew up in South Plainfield, where anyone could be your best friend. Like, anyone could be sitting in a class next to you. Anyone could be at your house. Anyone could, you could share secrets with and everything like that. You grow up to have that same mentality, and then you get older for a man like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I will tell you, I didn't know a lot of people until now.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, and I don't know about for you. What? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know about you, but certain things came out.
Ooh, did it not?
Certain things came out, and it wasn't good. It was kind of ugly.
A lot of division.
Lamar said, "How did y'all vote in person, mail in, or Dropbox? Do you trust the process?" I do. I do trust the process. I do trust that. I know there's things that they can do, but I always think that it works out. It all works out.
Yeah, we did the drop boxes.
I did,
and,
yeah.
I like I said, I went back and I tracked it, and because we don't have machines this year, it's literally the same thing. It's the same process.
It's the same
whether
process.
you did it in person or if you mailed it in prior to. It's the same process because there isn't a machine during COVID to count your vote immediately. So all of it is the same process. What was the big deal about it before? I feel like that was hype that the president was putting in the air just in case he does not win. He could go on ahead and say that it was for that reason. He deals in fear tactics to his followers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know, that is what it is. But one thing one other thing that I did want to say was the fact that how are we okay with a man that you can't forget any of the stuff he says. So even if you're not stuck on stand back and stand by because of whatever your reason may be, he literally said in one of his campaigns, "Suburban housewives, could you please just like me? I'm trying to keep your neighborhood safe by decreasing the housing, the low income housing. Could you just like me, please?"
Why?
Right.
For what?
The fact that every time someone asks him about African American or black people, however you want to call it, the fact that he says the first thing out of his mouth is, "What? All the work I did on criminal reform?" I mean, I'm only 41. I don't know how much longer I'm going to live, but I haven't been to jail yet. So why is it necessary that that
didn't benefit me?
Your first thought for African American people is to mention criminal reform.
Right.
What? I worked on criminal reform. Like what else? Like what else do you want?
Okay, because I'm not a criminal.
What I just, you know,
it didn't benefit me.
I'm just okay. So what else did you do for the African American vote? He says, "Oh, I donated to HBCUs." While I am very proud of all my brethren that went to HBCUs, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I went to good old Rutgers.
Me too.
So,
along with all of our friends.
Along with all of our friends, right? So while I'm very proud of, you know, my brothers and sisters that did go, I didn't. So if I didn't go to a HBCU and I'm not a criminal, I'm just, because every time you talk about black people, these are the things you mention. So I'm just, okay, so what else? The first thing you mention is criminal reform.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately your mind goes to black people equates to criminals.
Mm-hmm.
How do you...
Why is this on my timeline?
How do you... I don't care what your income tax bracket is.
Uh-huh.
How are you okay with voting for a man that you know feels like that about a group of people?
Absolutely.
How are you okay with that? And no matter if you are African American or not, how are you okay with that? Somebody help me with that. If you're in our comments, everybody, if you're just tuning in, this is the OWL Show right here on BKS1 Radio. It's your girl Chanel. And of course, over here to my left is Miss Queen B. We just read the Queen City Film Festival 2020 winners for the virtual film festival that occurred last weekend. And I just want to say that was the fun part of our evening, and now we are into what's going on, and I'm sure what a lot of you are watching the rest of the world is this election. It is election night. We will not know a clear winner tonight, although I would like to report, according to CNN, the number of electoral votes needed are 270 by the winner. Currently, right now, with some polls that are closed in certain states, even though, of course, you know, they're still going to have a lot of mail-in counting.
Of course.
Biden has 30 electoral votes, and Trump has 26.
Wow.
So, that's what we have thus far. Again, it's a long night. It's going to be a long week. It's going to be a lot of counts. So that is not, that doesn't mean that Biden is the winner. However, we are just reading what is going on so far as of 8 p.m. We know we have a lot of other states where the polls close at 8 o'clock, including ours here in New Jersey, that are going to be putting some of their numbers in.
Okay.
So again, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to count all of the ballots. You know, from mail-in to drop box to all the ones that were done in person.
That's crazy.
And again, we won't know anything tonight. However, this is what's going on so far because we are watching it too as we're sitting here. In the meantime, I want to know your thoughts on those in our particular community that decided not to vote. I'm gonna take a sip.
I'm upset. I'm upset because we died for the right to vote. I'm upset because, you didn't seem like I understand that the choices were not what you would want. I'm sorry.
It's politics, and it's never
I'm sorry.
Be.
It is what it is. It was what it was.
If I run for something and you run for something, people that love the both of us are going to find reasons why you shouldn't be chosen and why I shouldn't be chosen because of how I see whatever and how you see whatever is not how they see or whatever.
Absolutely.
There's not going to be any one candidate that is going to completely, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm going to go back to drinking. Go ahead.
No, you're right though. You're right. And the fact that we're best friends. So it's like, yeah, there is somebody that loves us both. There's someone that loves you more and someone that loves me more. And someone that's just like, I don't like the way Toya wear her shoes. So I don't know. Your hair, your shoes, something. Me, the same thing about me. Well, I don't like that
How you don't like my shoes though? Go ahead. I know what you're saying.
So there's something about, I use that as an example, but
right.
There is something like that. But the non-vote is a vote in the wrong direction. I'm going to say that again. The non-vote, for you choosing not to vote, it is a vote in the wrong direction. Yeah. And what I don't want to hear,
I'm listening,
is if your candidate, I'm just going to say it like that.
Okay.
If the candidate that you chose did not go in, does not win, and you chose not to vote, please, I want to hear nothing.
So it's not even a candidate that you chose because if you didn't vote, you didn't choose anybody.
Hear me.
So you can't complain.
No. Right. You can't complain. But the candidate that you wanted to win, there's some people that are not voting. One, because they don't like two of the candidates. Two, because they like, you know what? I don't feel like voting for him and his policies, but I like some of the things he stands. Thank you, Jason. Shout out to Jason.
Shout out to Jason from Beards and Ballheads.
Some of them
came in with our libations for the evening.
Yes.
So
some of them don't like the policies that they every single policy that a person stands for. They like Trump because some things they like. And they like Biden because of some things they like. Anyway, my point is, if you didn't vote, shut up.
Hey.
I want to hear nothing from you.
Honestly, if you don't vote, how do you have a right to complain about anything?
You don't think that's going to happen?
In politics.
You don't think that's going to happen?
But how do you have a right to complain about anything in politics when you didn't use your voice to try to change it?
It will happen.
And I have another question for people that don't vote, right? So you do know when you go to the polling place or whenever you receive your ballot, it's not just for the presidency, right? So when you talk about he's not helping me here, or he's not cleaning up this block here, or he's not helping on this street or blah, blah, blah here, you do know there is a list of people that you're also voting for besides the president and vice president, right?
Yes.
So you do know that there are senators and local officials and there's a whole list of people that you have to vote for. So it's not just about the presidency. It is about whatever your direct needs in your particular town or state are too. Does everybody know that? Like, is everybody clear on that? That when you vote for the president, it's not just for the president? I don't know if people are clear on that. And then not to mention, Um, of course, now everybody was excited because there was a question of if we should legalize weed. Everybody was excited about that. The funny part is I've noticed that a lot of weed smokers I know personally are not voting. So we we talking about Trump and criminal reform, but how many of our family members that went in for a nickel bag are out? You understand what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
Okay? But
Yes,
if
sis.
you have the right to vote to legalize something that people of other races are now going to be making millions off of with dispensaries and everything else, but we're going to jail for it. But if you're not even voting to do that, you know what? I'm going to take a sip.
Actually, I want to own a dispensary.
I do too.
So
I do too.
I'm
and I'm
actually-
not a smoker at all.
At all.
I can't
At all.
smoke.
Oh.
I can't take edibles.
you can't do anything.
I can't do anything. Look, I can't do anything. But I would like to own one for the people that can. I'm just not one of them. But my point is, you have those questions. You have questions about the census on there that were to be answered. So there's so many other things that you would be voting for aside from the presidency. You could have taken that ballot and you could have wrote Donald Duck on the ballot.
Absolutely.
You could have wrote
Absolutely.
Mario Brothers on the
Because
ballot.
it does say other.
You could have wrote in, there's write-in.
Yeah.
You could write in Luigi and Mario for the president and vice president, and then still voted in all of the other categories.
Yes.
And still voted to legalize weed,
Yeah.
the census question, and the other one that was on there. You still could have answered those, even if you did not want to vote
Right.
for Trump or Biden.
Right. Absolutely.
So what's the problem? What is it doing, or what do you feel people think they're doing by not voting? What outcome do you think that they have in their head of, I'm not going to vote? So
You had to see like everybody's opinion of a lot of people's stance. I want to talk about this really quick. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I want to talk about how everybody was so zoned in on Kamala and her her and Joe's bills that they said affected their family members, Pookie and them. I just want to
People
say,
here?
no. There was a billion people.
I was about to say, because she live in Cali.
Cali.
Okay.
But she passed some bills and they said that it
But
affected.
she was the attorney
See,
general.
so I want to go into that a little bit. I want to go into that a little bit. You got to remember, she is not. She's for justice. She went to
Pookie do
law
it?
school. So I was getting to that. I was getting to that. I cannot. The bill does not affect you if.
Did Pookie do it? Did he?
So did her bill stand up?
You know what? I'm done. For
Did the bill stand up? Did the bill? Your uncles in them.
You know what? I'm gonna keep.
Your uncles in them. I
No,
just
I'm gonna
wanted
keep
to
drinking.
know: did it affect them because they were not doing the what the bill stated? No, you have to answer me.
No.
I just-
No, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm gonna keep drinking. You ask the question. Go ahead. I'm listening to you. Did the bill affect Pookie and them? I'm listening.
Did the bill affect Pookie and them? And your uncles and your aunties and everybody that was gang banging or slinging or doing whatever.
Okay.
I just want to know: did the crime fit the bill?
Okay.
Did the bill fit the crime?
Well, I guess that's what they're saying.
What are they
that-
saying?
They're saying that the time probably did not fit whatever the crime was, right? Is that, I mean, am I getting it right or no? Am I getting it wrong? Like, is
I just
that
want to know, did the bill that when she wrote the bill, how did it affect a non-crime person? A non-committed person. I just want to know how did. Okay, no. All jokes aside, I just because I have them on my timeline. I'm just gonna blanketly say this. You are a murderer.
Oh,
You're a murderer.
oh,
And you are actually calling Kamala out on the bill. But you're a murderer.
this
And
is
you
why-
lived a life of crime. Now you're out now. I don't even know how. But you're out now. But you literally are talking about how Kamala wrote a bill that affected you.
Mm. Mm.
Did you kill him? You did. You did. Amongst
not-
other things that you didn't get
I'm
caught
not-
for.
No, I'm not doing this with you today.
Amongst there are people out there like that, Chanel.
Oh yeah.
Did the crime fit the bill? Did the bill fit the crime? Is all I want to say. All I'm saying is, and I want to say, all jokes aside, Joe Biden did say there's a lot of things. He said this. There's a lot of things we got wrong when it came to the bills that we
The criminal reform
introduced
bill.
and reform and things like that. He did say there's a lot of things now that I look back could have been done differently. Which means I'm not perfect. I did what I thought was best. And did it affect a lot of people? Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, as good as, and I love Obama, but as good as Obama was, him putting a bounty on Assata Shakur, do you know that still haunts him to this day? He said himself, if there's one thing in office I should have never done, and that was to heighten a bounty on her head.
Mm-hmm.
He said that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
everybody lives with some form of regret, especially when you gain knowledge and you
Everybody
grow. A lot of people.
Oh, okay, so 4 years from now,
hmm
is Trump going to write?
I didn't say. I said people.
4 years from now, is Trump going to write a memoir that's going to be called 230,000, and then he is going to regret all of the lives lost because of what he could have done? You know, it's funny. So I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone earlier, and we were talking about COVID, and he was saying about Trump's stance on COVID right now. And I said, the funny thing about that entire thing was COVID did not become relevant until he could profit off of it.
Absolutely.
COVID did not become relevant to 45 until he could profit off of it, until he could be a stakeholder and a shareholder in the pharmaceutical company in one of the pharmaceutical companies that was coming up with a treatment. Once he was able to be a stakeholder in a pharmaceutical company that was coming up with a treatment, which he affectionately called a cure, then it was a dangerous thing and everybody needed to take the medication, and he took it and it was a miracle drug, and whatever they gave him made him feel like new and this, that, or the other. But until he had a stake in the cure, the virus wasn't real. Nobody sees this. Like, are we the only people? I'm gonna take another sip. I'm gonna take another sip. I'm gonna take another sip because I'm a bit. Again, my whole stance on it is, I can't tell you who to vote for, and I can't tell you to vote, period. All I can do is take care of myself.
No, I want to tell everybody, like you said, you can't tell them who to vote for, but vote. But tell them to vote. Tell them to vote because our ancestors died for it. Tell them to vote because your vote matters. Tell them to vote because we're one step away. Tell them to vote. Tell them to vote because we weren't even counting. There was a grandfather clause where we were not counted we were counted 1/3 of a person. You had to own property in order to vote. Like, and you guys don't want to exercise the right? How? Why? My grandfather, great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother, great whatever, they didn't have the opportunities we have. Let me tell you something. This is a different world from what they know.
Yes, it is.
You could not even walk in the street. We go and sit in a restaurant like we entitled to just do that. Before, we couldn't do that.
Right.
We couldn't do that. We had to go around back. People were performing as performers, black performers, and guess what? They had to go around the back. Yeah. It's just certain things we just should do just on the count of that we are able to do it. And one of those is voting.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Vote or die. That's just it.
You know, like I said, I completely agree with you. For me, this is the only election, and I too have been voting since I was 18, but this is the only election in which, for me, it was not about politics. I did not need to see a platform. To be honest with you, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris could have went, and it's funny because me and my boyfriend were laughing at this as we would be watching some of the debates, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris literally could have stood at the podium and said, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, mama say, mama sa, mama ma, kusa. Okay? And I'd have been like, okay. I feel that.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I heard him.
And I'm still going to vote for him.
I heard him.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
he could have got up there and said this. Look.
On some pootie tang.
Nothing.
You be like, that, he's spitting.
Yo.
He's spitting.
He did it, didn't he?
He said it. He said it without
You
saying
ain't hear him?
He said it without saying it.
You ain't hear him?
He said it without saying it. You know what I mean? On some straight pootie tang. And they still would have gotten my vote. Why? Because this one is not about politics.
Absolutely.
Trump is not about politics. This election is not about politics. It is all about getting a man out of office whom you know is
never belonged there
in the first place, and whom we know is it's not even about him not being for black people. He just not for people that just don't have money, period.
Yeah, it's not he's no respecter of race.
If you are not in the same fake tax bracket as he is,
clearly,
if you're not in the same fake tax bracket as he is, he don't care anything about you. So it's like everything was about just getting him out. And hopefully there will be some sort of legislation so that this doesn't happen again.
Wow. A shout out to Amiri Baraka real quick. Sorry. Shout out to Amiri Baraka, who took over 500 people to vote today. Newark was a little behind on getting started this morning. I saw when I woke up at around 5 or whatever this morning.
Oh yeah, shout out to DJ Sassy.
Shout out to Sassy. I know she was up at 4, but I know there were certain people that were frustrated because they wanted to get to voting before before going to work, and generally that was at 6, so they were a little behind. They did catch up and everything was great, which was good. So that was, I mean, I just wanted to shout out to him because he did not.
Wait, his father or the son? Roz?
No. Amiri, the other one. Not Roz. There's a son, yes, with the name. Okay. The same name as the dad. So I just want to say that. Shout out to
Yeah, shout out to them. Listen, we're coming to the end of our show. I just want to tell everybody, because the polls are now officially closed. For all of those that voted, thank you. For those who voted for the first time this year, did you see Method Man voted for the first time this year?
There was a lot of, you know what? I want to tell y'all, no. And I have to shout out to my father, who was unable to vote all these years, and his first time being able to vote was this year. Shout out to my dad. Like, Dad, like, you don't even understand. If I could have walked you there myself, I was so mad at my stepmom for not taking the picture. But I promise you, shout out to a man like that who was unable to vote, and this was his first year voting.
Actually, legislation in the state of New Jersey changed in December. So there were a lot of people that maybe have a checkered past.
Well, you remember he moved to Delaware.
Yes.
So now, whatever that be, they don't recognize certain things. Yeah. And I'm just...
But in New Jersey.
in New Jersey, absolutely.
For those people that have a checkered past, they were able to vote this year. Yeah. So there were a number...
Oh, yes. I did see that. Okay,
there were a number of people...
I saw that, yes.
...who were able to vote for the first time this year and exercised that right for something that was taken away from them whenever it was. So shout out to those who were first-time voters because of that. Shout out to those who were first-time voters because of age. Shout out to those who were first-time voters just because they thought that this election was important enough to do so. Yeah. Again, for me, this was not about politics.
Absolutely.
Whatever the outcome may be, again, we are not going to know it tonight. We won't know it probably.
Did we get any updates before did we get any updates at all?
Let's see. So the latest update here on CNN, we have the electoral votes. There's 270 needed. Currently, Biden has 30 and Trump has 37.
Wow.
So votes are still coming in. Polls are just closed at 8 o'clock for states such as this one, such as New Jersey.
Well, it's still early. It's still 8:30.
It's definitely it's still early in the race. And again, because of the way things are done because of COVID, we are going to be counting votes for the next few days. This is not going to be a situation where we may know a clear winner this evening or tomorrow.
Right. I agree.
Oh, apparently I'm behind on CNN. So I have some viewers. Shout out to Justin Jackson. He said it's 51-42 Biden.
Is Biden the winner? I mean, Biden is the runner. I mean, the one.
So far he's ahead.
Okay.
So I'm
we never know how it go, but we're great.
Yeah, I'm watching CNN on my laptop. Apparently, Biden so far won the state of New Jersey. Again, guys, we're still waiting on ballots that are coming in, and they will be counting for the next few days. There won't be a clear winner for a while, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep drinking probably for the rest of the night, and like I said, for the next few days, I'm taking a mental health day, even though my day will probably be 4 to 5 days. I'm going to take some mental health time because this was all stressful. Fighting with family, fighting with friends, social media, all of it was just completely stressful.
Absolutely.
But again, to all that did exercise their right to vote, especially if you're African American, kudos to you for doing so.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that so many of us died, were hurt, maimed, killed, just trying to exercise that right that they tried to keep from us for so long. And there was a reason for that. In the meantime, Queen B, anything else? Oh, by our next show, I just want to let you all know we have a few things that we are going to be announcing. We have a give back that I have to let you in on.
Okay.
That I want to announce for Thanksgiving and for Christmas.
Oh, great.
A give back that everybody can participate in at this time.
Great.
If you have been blessed enough to be able to still have a job at this time and to maintain. You already know your responsibility is to give back. That's what we talk about here on the show. And just a few other things that are in the works for the show here. Queen B, anything else?
No.
Nope, you good?
No, I'm good. Everything. No real. No real.
You good? Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Well, in the meantime, we love you all for watching. We love you all for listening. Congratulations again to the filmmakers that won the 3rd annual Queen City Film Festival. We announced the winners a little earlier. Shout out to everyone that had a making in the film and a making in the film festival a little earlier. Shout out to Lamar Maxon.
Extras.
Yes, Lamar Maxon. We need an extras award for the 4th annual Queen City Film Festival next year.
You said we got it. So.
I plan on being receiving that award next year. I don't know. Maybe we can receive it, together. All so right. Best extra duo in a music video.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'll be the one on that frees me right there and be like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll go to myself and Queen B over here.
Yeah.
So, so shout out to everybody that had a part in that in the film festival. And again, shout out to everyone that exercised their right. Again, like I said, if you're a woman, if you're African American, if you're considered a minority, even though we're not, but that's a whole nother show. Shout out to everyone that exercised their right today. And
we love you guys.
We love you guys.
All of our listeners, everybody who tunes in, all of those that stay silent and just watch anyway. We appreciate you every Tuesday tuning in.
And God willing, we'll be here next week, same time, same place. Because with the way things are going, like, you just never know. Yeah. So being here on a Tuesday, trust me, is it's a blessing.
Grace.
It is a blessing. Maintaining is a blessing, and being here every Tuesday is a blessing. So, again, we love you guys. Jamal said, "Best chocolate sisters on the mic." That's what you know.
Oh, thank you, Jamal.
Should that be the tagline?
Yeah, but Jamal? I was saying in the meantime, because you say that all the time.
You know what?
I was thinking tonight.
We're going to talk about the scene.
Okay.
In the meantime,
yes.
That I don't know. That may be our tagline or our hashtag. I'm not sure, but we'll give you 10% or whatever we make. No, I mean, or 2 or 3%. We'll talk about it after the show. But we love you guys. We'll see you next week. Toodles,
Thank
everyone.
you guys.